Welcome to Jacksonville, Alabama, a hidden gem a few miles from the border of Georgia and home to the Gamecocks of Jacksonville State, where these fans are fired up for this showdown about to play out on Burgess Snow Field. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Pitt lined up for the opening kickoff. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First down for this offense. Now on the option. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
And already it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much. And even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
Russell to the ground after picking up the first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Crosses the 45. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
We knew this offense wanted to come out here and let it rip through the air. This QB is in a beautiful rhythm early. Nice job with his footwork and his eyes, and he completes a big one there. Get this offense humming.
They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I'll be honest, that is a formation and a play call I was never expecting to see in this game. This offense is one of the top 10 passing units in the entire country. I'm surprised they even have goal line in their playbook. What are we doing?
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Jacksonville State.
This defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a lot today.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A 1st down for the offense. They'll run it to the right side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, 1st down. Looking to throw. Feeling some heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. And the incompletion brings up a second down. He's looking to throw. Steps away to find some room. Pitt as he throws. Makes a connection. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And those long shots, man, I tell you what, it takes a little bit longer to develop. So as a quarterback, you know you got to buy a little bit of time. Mad respect, man. Hanging in there, knowing he's going to get hit, but still making the big play down the field.
They try to pop a run on the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Oh, look out! He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Pitt! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. The AT unit on the field. Splits those uprights right in half. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with a big play, 68 yards on the touchdown pass. And he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Wide out in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to
hit the afterburners, kid. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Offensive coordinators feel really smart when the run game opens, especially early in the game, because now everything is at their disposal, and the defense is already on their heels.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because...
Intercepted. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
At midfield, he's got room. And he breaks into the open. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh!
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Texas Tech made it look easy today, but I promise you, There is nothing easy about a double-digit road victory. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Red Raiders. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Fires downfield. Makes the grab. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. They'll throw it on first down. Scrambling away. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then getting a good clean stick on him. That's two things he has to think about on one play.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception in the last possession. You can tell breaking on the football really, really well. Seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going and trying to get it. Got another hand on it. Almost had another interception.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Touch pass on the run. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Gamecocks are marching down the field. He'll ride his man on the option. Puts him in the spin cycle. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter.
14, Jacksonville State, 7.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. From the gun to give, looking for room. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Oh, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Back-to-back possessions, 2 forced turnovers, 2 interceptions. Defenses are salivating. That gets you excited. I'm the next guy trying to make a big play. I'm bragging about it if I've already got 1 pick. But if I'm the other guys, I'm like, wait a minute. I got to get me 1 too.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Single back formation, and they give it to him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast and force the incompletion.
Still on the 35-yard line. They'll try it again on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Extending the play. He's going to run it. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. And he was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. On the move at the 30. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Panthers!
Number 4 with the carry.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They put together an 81-yard drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires on the move. A strike downfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And the Gamecocks will line it up on 1st and 10. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Offense in the hurry up. The pitch to the left. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a 1st down.
This running back is so dynamic, and you've got to be able to take advantage of his speed by getting him to the outside. So that's why you dial up the toss play there. It's a nice way to change it up and get this guy in space to go make plays.
Gets rid of it. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Gamecocks are threatening in the red zone.
29 Philly.
Off the play fake. On the move to his left. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
There's nothing more annoying defensively than this. You got a guy bottled up, great coverage, boom. He escapes out of it, pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Next thing you know, scrambles, gets a first down. Now I got a new set of problems I got to deal with.
Moving away from pressure. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. With jet sweep pass. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He'll call for the fair catch here. Just enough time for one final play in this half. The DBs will back off a bit. Trying to find his man on first down. Shoots it to the left. It's caught. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Gamecocks will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're...
The expressway is wide open. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Give to the back. At the 35, he's open. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there and make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football, and they've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fast.
At the 19-yard line. Second down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He's got it. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
Defensively, man, I play so much more man coverage when it gets down near the red zone, down inside the 20-yard line, this area of the field. I got less space to cover. I don't have to worry about them running way down the field really deep, but I do have to worry about them finding ways to get wide receivers, tight ends, speed the ball on the perimeter. Defense was ready for it. Pretty good job by the defense.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route run. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
How good have they been on third down today, and another opportunity here on 3rd and goal. They're bringing heat. Escapes trouble. They won't let him in. He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short.
What a 3rd down stop by this defense. 3rd down and goal, no problem. You know that guy. Every time he touches the football, you hold your breath because he's so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They were ready, and they forced the 4th and goal.
And this defense has a chance to make a big stop on 4th and goal from the 4. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. Touchdown, Panthers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Number 2 in the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Wisconsin is putting on a show offensively. Feels like they've been jumping around since the first whistle. They're up by 21 over Notre Dame. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The Gamecocks will hustle to the line. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. Twist his way through. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they used the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run play action. On the run, still looking. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's right on target. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice gain, this time on the ground.
From the gun, the running back has it. Finds a crease at the 20. Oh, he left him grabbing. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
This is an offense that can find multiple ways to get explosive plays, especially when they hand it off to this guy, David.
And it's so nice to have a running game you can depend on, especially when you get the other side of the field, now set up on the 2-yard line.
And the D deny them on second and goal. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
Defenses at some point are going to have to figure out how to slow this guy down because he already has 3 receiving touchdowns. We're only 4 games into the season. Nobody has an answer for this guy.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer.
That makes the score Pittsburgh 28, Jacksonville State 21.
Just about set to kick it away.
Set to kick off.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
Here they come on second down, trying to put this game away. Here comes the option. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
They come to the line, hoping to get some of that yardage back from the 17. On second down, he'll let it fly. Starting to feel a little pressure. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Nifty little scamper on this one, enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. This Pitt offense has been clicking on this drive. The give, and tick, 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 tick.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The RPO, fire complete to the left. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
He was not fooled on that. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off cover. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for us.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Going to try to get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the 4th quarter. We've got an opportunity, 1 possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
Trying to get to him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats, and he's shuffling, and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but, hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. It's complete to the right. He just slips and slides his way down to the 42.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
It's 4th down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. On the option. He is stopped short, and isn't that going to make things interesting?
That is how you rise to the occasion late in the game. Your defense had to come up big, had to get the offense the football back. They're trailing by a little bit. Now, let's go make this thing even more special.
They'll run the option. Quick toss. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
Oh, spins away. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Well, he's putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Goes to the option. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He finds his man. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Gamecocks are in the red zone. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped a really big play. And this is the chance for this offense. A 1st and goal, 4th quarter, trying to tie the game up. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
What a massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now kick the extra point, tie this football game up late, or do you go for 2? Do you go for the win? Do you try to take the lead? That is a you decision.
Here comes the 2-point try. Off play action. Buys a little extra time. Throw to the end zone. Picked off.
What a big play for this defense in a critical moment. You cannot allow them to convert that 2-point play, right? Because if they do, all of a sudden it's a field goal game. Great job stepping up and making something happen at a massive moment.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive. He's productive at this point in the game.
He's loose. He's at the 40. Past the 20. He's at the 10. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Pitt.
That is how it's done. Great job by this offense. And because of the score and the time, you kick the extra point because you're going to make them go down the field, have to score, and get a two-point conversion to tie this football game. Great drive by this offense.
And he tacks on the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Pulls it in. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll try to do it himself. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Timeout is called with just a single second left. The Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Dances away to buy time. Last chance. Ball into the end zone. It's caught. It's caught for the touchdown. No time left on the clock, and they're down by 2.
Man, what a great job by this offense. And listen, we'll break that down later, but it's go time now. It's two-point conversion time. You got to go to your script. You got these written down in a section. Two-point plays. You didn't know it was going to be this crucial, but late in the ball game, this will decide the game.
No time left, but one more play. The two-point conversion attempt will decide whether game over or play on in overtime. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That's going to do it for us from here for Jesse Palmer.